What's up, everyone? This is our Monday Night Football preview that sees the Eagles hosting the Atlanta Falcons. Eagles 1-0, Falcons 0-1. That's Shaq, right?
We still haven't found out what noise does an eagle make.
Right? That's an Eagle making.
America.
There you go. I love that one.
Are the Falcons more high pitched? I'm assuming than
They're like more. They're like more of a whistle.
And they're like a like one long.
okay.
This is the preview people guys were looking at. Like,
What do these birds sound like?
we really break it down.
Yeah.
Eagles favored. They go in this -5. So Eagles favored here at home by a little more than the 3 that they get just for being at home. The over/under set at 46. What do we say?
Man,
Without AJ Brown and Kirk Cousins struggling a little bit, I would say under.
Terrell?
I'm going the under. I think two good defenses going at it.
Fellas?
for those exact reasons Angel brought up, that's I'm going under.
I'm 2-0 so far, baby. I'm going over.
Last time I stuck with Gabe, I'll stick with Gabe again.
Let's go.
I think Eagles score 46 by themselves.
Yes. 46-0.
Let's start with the Falcons. They, of course, had a rough debut last week of Kirk Cousins. After coming off 6 straight losing seasons, they got beat 18-10 by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Small bright spot, they did not let the Steelers get in the end zone. So the defense looks like it's pretty good, but the offense really, really struggled. Kirk Cousins, Mr. 4-year, $100 million guaranteed man, just went 16 for 26, 155 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, but maybe looked worse than that if you actually watched him.
Yeah, he looked old. Looked old. Looked the guy coming off a major injury.
He did. I'm be comparing these guys all year because of the scenarios they're both in. Aaron Rodgers looks a lot healthier, at least through one game.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers now 2 games than Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yeah. What was the timeline? It was in like 6 weeks after Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles than Kirk Cousins did. So he has like 6 weeks on him.
Yeah.
So you can kind of give him some leeway. But yeah, I would like to see some improvement tonight. Monday Night Football. I'd like to see improvement. Maybe some rollouts. Not a lot. Maybe some bootlegs or something.
Yeah, and you got to imagine the Atlanta Falcons fans, they are desperate to see something from Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
After all the hype and excitement they've experienced all offseason, to see that version of Kirk Cousins go out there had to be super deflating.
Yeah.
Also, not to mention, too, the teams in their divisions that are playing well right now. Now they feel like they have to answer now.
Good point. And then
hot start.
the years they've been waiting for these weapons to, fully utilized, and just they were not.
The bad man is gone now, and Arthur Smith.
I think only of the young, first-round picks Kyle Pitts scored last week. That's not what you envisioned when you bring in Kirk Cousins. You want all 3 of them to eat. Even though they all look good, you want them all to just kind of bring it together. Yeah. Tough defense to get started with, though.
On the other side, the Eagles, of course, beat the Packers. It feels like forever ago now, 10 days ago in Brazil, or I think 11 days.
What's up, Anita?
Yep.
She's definitely watching.
Thank you, Angel.
Yeah.
Saquon, of course, had the big debut with the 3 touchdowns. He looked really, really good. Eagles own a 4-1 record against Atlanta in their last 5 matchups and have outscored them 109-67. So lately, the Eagles have joined them, but this is supposed to be a new version of the Falcons.
Yeah.
So we'll see what it looks like. Let's get into some players to watch, yeah?
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing Jesse Bates against this now injury-plagued wideout core.
Oh, yeah.
Because last week, you saw the blanking out on the offense coordinator for the Pittsburgh. Arthur Smith literally say, I'm not throwing over the middle because Jesse Bates is sitting there. Now, without A.J. Brown, without, he's the alpha, the guy who gets kind of the jump starter for that offense. Now you're relying on Jahan Dotson, who's shown promise. Yeah. Goddard, we don't know if he's can get back to what he once was. And Devonta Smith, hopefully he can get off the coverage of A.J. Terrell and then pass the safeties. But Jesse Bates, best safety, in the league. Curious to see if how Hurts does because it's, no A.J. Brown, a healthy secondary for the Falcons led by Jesse Bates. I'm curious to see how that works out.
Well, that kind of leads into both of my players to watch on the Eagles side, at least offensively, and that is Devonta Smith, who's going to be the wide receiver 1 against A.J. Terrell this week. That's tough. Usually A.J. Brown kind of takes that on, and Devonta Smith kind of benefits from that. He went 7 for 84 last week against a really good Packers secondary, so I think he always answers the bell. Like, I'm not worried about Devonta Smith just because he just gets it done. He's so trustworthy. Yeah. But Jahan Dotson's interesting because when we got him, he's a very good third receiver. But this is what I was kind of not excited about, but interested in is that we had so little depth. So if one of our big guys went down, can Jahan Dotson kind of hold that level or at least similar to what A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith would give us.
Yeah.
AJ, do you have any confidence in Jahan Dotson having a big game tomorrow?
I don't know if I'd say confidence, but it definitely makes me feel a little more comfortable than we have in years past. If a guy like AJ Brown or Devonta Smith misses, we have a guy like I'll be excited to see the ball get thrown his direction tomorrow or tonight rather than what we've had in the past.
Right. And then the other guy I was going to bring up is Jalen Hurts. Now, he threw 2 picks last week, and if you watch the game back, it could have easily been 5. Like, it could have easily been 5. The wide receivers kind of helped him out. The Packers kind of helped him up and dropping a couple. And Justin Simmons and Jesse Bates since 2019 have picked the ball or turned the ball over almost 100 times between them.
Yep.
This is a pair of ball hawking safeties that will make you pay for mistakes like that. And that's what I'm worried about already. Yeah. Is Jalen Hurts getting picked off by these safeties, because it's gonna be dangerous if Hurts keeps playing like that, throwing the ball late, recognizing coverages late, throwing over the middle, kind of high and errantly. We saw all that last week against the Packers, and in a game that we should win against the Falcons, that's how we would lose it.
Yeah. I'll go to my guy on the Falcons offense real quick. Wide receiver Drake London. Last week is supposed to be a big year for him. 2 catches for 15 yards. I want to see something from him. I know this is a good secondary. I know. I feel like isn't Darius Slay hurt or out?
Nope.
No. I feel like so. Who? Oh, Bradbury. I'm sorry. But still, you saw Quinn and Mitchell be good last week. So I don't want him to be good against bad teams. I want him to be good against good teams. I want to see him ascend into that where he was picked first round. I wanted him to kind of solidify himself. Like, no, I'm actually a good wideout. I'm not just a bad wideout on a bad team. Yeah. I'm a good wideout on a good team.
Terrell, anyone you're watching particularly?
Yeah, I'm interested to see Kirk Cousins and how the Achilles is doing.
Your Achilles.
Yeah, he didn't look good against the Steelers. Him and Rodgers both didn't look good and didn't look that good in the pocket, comfortable in the pocket there in week 1. And I think even Rodgers this week he looked a little bit better. I'm interested to see how the Eagles are gonna really test that and push the pocket, see if they can get him out of it. So
yeah,
that's the thing I'm looking for is that Achilles still there? Can he get the ball down the field? Because if he's not getting those weapons the ball, it's going to be looking a lot like the last couple of years.
Yeah, and that leads me to my player to watch on the Eagles defense. That's Jalen Carter. I think he had no sacks last week, but I think he had a good week. I think he disrupted the pocket, and I think that's more important this week to get Kirk Cousins, someone who has shown he's not very mobile, off his spot. Don't let him. Kirk Cousins just wants to stand tall, post up in that pocket, and deliver the ball over the field. Well, get pressure up the middle from someone like Jalen Carter, and I think you disrupt a lot of what the Falcons want to do, and so he's my guy to watch. Yeah, defensively.
Yeah, defensively, I'm kind of in the same kind of thought process, but the guy who missed week 1, Devin White, brought him in because he's a good sideline, blitzing linebacker. Yeah, Fangio blitzes his linebackers a lot. Last week, Vaughn just balled out because he was kind of in that same role. And what I would do if I was him, Kirk Cousins, you're trying to test his, agility, blitz the hell out of him.
Yeah.
And that would be headlined by these linebackers.
Interesting note about Devin White, he was actually benched this week. Vic Fangio came out and said Nakobe Dean is the starter now.
Wow.
And so Devin White, a guy who we thought was going to come in and be the starting linebacker and
Dean
thrive
in
this Fangio defense, is going to have to impact the game from a bench spot. He'll obviously get plenty of run.
Yeah.
And we're going to need him before the year's over. Like, I hope and he's handling it, as well as he could. But yeah, just kind of interesting note on that. Nakobe Dean getting the start tomorrow, which is another player for mine to watch, because Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier, to me, are more scary than Pitts and London, because I just think, they're just a 1-2 punch like that can just deflate a defense.
Yeah, Bijan Robinson has shown, and last week he didn't play well, but he's shown that he has that it factor, and I'm curious to see if he goes off tomorrow. If they win tomorrow, a big part of it would have to be Algier or Bijan kind of just leading the pack there, because they're difference makers. Like, you kind of question Pitts and Drake London kind of if they are. You don't really question that with Bijan Robinson.
Terrell, I don't think we got your pick for this game. We all picked it last Friday. Who are you picking?
I'm taking the Eagles on this one. I mean, I'm not a huge believer in the Falcons. I think the Falcons will finish,
Damn. Almost.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how he's gonna do a separate preview show.
Well, I mean, the season
tore my scrot.
Shut up. I'm kind of hungry. I have
He's funny in that
those
too,
leftovers, Gabe, from today. Go ham.
Did you
right
take
now.
all the rice?
No, someone else took the rice. I think Lisa takes all the rice.
I think so too.
Those good rice.
Because as soon as you guys left, I was like, go give me some rice right now. It was all gone.
3, 2, 1. I'm taking the Eagles in this one. I don't know if I really trust Kirk Cousins and that Achilles. I think they're going to bring the pressure up the middle in this matchup. So I'm going with the Eagles.
Guys, AJ Brown not being there, does that change your pick?
Not at all. I think this is why we got a guy like Saquon Barkley. Obviously, he's not filling in what AJ Brown is leaving, but it's another dynamic weapon that we can just pivot right to.
Gabe?
It doesn't change my pick, but it does make it a little bit concerning because, just like you said, if that running game with the Falcons can take off, they get in probably like an early lead, they control the ball, then you do need a guy like A.J. Brown. But again, it still doesn't change my pick. I think the Eagles are still – I mean, we could say the same thing about Barkley. So I'm still taking the Eagles, but it does change it a little bit where if it does get into a shootout, you're going to miss Brown just a little bit or a lot of it.
Yeah, I think I'm still picking the Eagles,
Yeah.
but I'm kind of I'm concerned for Jalen Hurts. He needs to start taking care of the ball.
Yeah, and that's a good secondary that he's playing against.
Yep.
A ball.
Terrell, Simmons, and
Bates.
Yeah, I mean, just
That's
Wow.
that's scary. So we'll see that, and it's gonna be fun with Buck and Aikman,
curious.
and no one watching the Manning cast.
I'm curious to see the numbers.
No one's going to be on that
I'm
channel.
curious to see the numbers if that keeps up. Maybe.
It will, yeah.
It will. There's gonna be so many stars on the field tomorrow too. That's kind of fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
It's who's the Monday Night
Or
Countdown
tonight.
crew again? They change every year. The Monday Night Count.
My
the
boy
Monday-
Jason
Jason
Kelsey's
Kelce,
out there,
yeah.
baby, doing his thing.
Yeah. Oh God.
It's funny how in recent years ESPN has like really they dropped the ball or they went over because no one's watching the Manning cast because of Troy and Troy and Joe.
Yeah.
And then last year was like, or the year before I was like, man, the Monday Night Crew sucks.
They replaced RG3 with your boy Kelsey, right? Because RG3's gone now.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Chelsea's there, and then of course our girl from last year is gone. She hasn't resurfaced anymore, huh? Susie Colbert.
No.
Oh yeah.
Maybe
Oh my goodness!
she's
you're
been working
right.
a long time. Maybe she just retired.
We need to get her on the podcast.
She's awesome.
You know who I miss on Monday Night Football is
Booger.
Sergio Dip. You guys remember him?
Who the
From-
hell is that?
You guys,
Oh,
you guys remember from the Broncos?
this
gotta
is
play the clip.
This is
You
it.
gotta. This,
Joey,
in the
you know
time of
this.
his life. You know the
time
guy.
of his life.
Oh,
Like him and Rex Ryan or something like that.
AJ, can you find that audio, buddy?
No,
Yeah.
Play the clip.
That was. I'll set it up. That was the worst broadcast because look, it was a very nice lady. I don't know her name, and Rex Ryan. They had no chemistry, so it was already awkward. Then you go down to the field. It's a Sergio Dip. I didn't know his name until right now, and he's just
I knew it
full on
was Sergio.
He's full on shitting himself as soon as the camera goes on him, and it was like and lucky enough it was a Bronco game, but that was the worst piece of shit broadcasting.
AJ's got.
This is so cringy.
With you guys here on the field from up close, just watching Coach Vance Joseph from here. You watch him now on the screen. This diversity in his background is helping him a lot tonight. Quarterback at Colorado, defensive back in the NFL, and here he is having the time of his life.
I feel like this is the campaign plan for Kamala Harris. There's diversity in his background. There's a bunch of vague, like.
Where's the proof? Though?
There's diversity in his background. What?
What does that mean?
I haven't seen that guy since he must be.
He went straight back to Deportes.
No, he is selling cars or something. There's no way he got that.
He's still on ESPN.
If he's smart, he's selling cars and he's marketing that. Like, you will have the time of your life. Here's Hamer Toyota.
That's a good.
I'm telling you, market yourself.
Poor guy, man. But I'll never forget that. I'll literally never forget that.
I remember watching. I think we were with our dad. We were watching together, and dad.
Zero interest fees.
I think our dad, who doesn't watch football, was like, "What? What did he just say?"
He was dying.
Yeah, we were just laughing. He was like, "This is terrible."
You're like people who are saying like, "Where were you on 9/11? Where were you?" When Sergio Dip
Dip
also
just-
had his 9/11 moment.
When his Twin Towers went down.
I am not
Nope.
condoning.
Nope.
And I'm proud to be an American.
Any more 9/11 jokes?
There was none to give.
Do we want to touch on Tua again?
No.
We're going to move on?
My last 9/11 joke bombed, but
It wasn't a bomb, technically. It was an airplane.
yeah.
Or was it?
As far as we know.
We should be. That's
all right. That's our Monday night football preview. Eagles and Falcons, and for some reason 9/11.
Yep.
Hope you enjoy the game tonight. It's gonna be a good game. Go Birds, of course. But yeah, Falcon fans, good luck. Good luck to you as well. Good luck.